Welcome to each one of you present here. A very good morning, and thank you everyone for joining in on time. So I would like to welcome Neha Bagaria from Jobs for Her Foundation, and Mr. Ashok as well. Thank you so much for joining in this session. Today's session, we are going to walk you through what you can expect from the herShakti program. So welcome to herShakti program, Tech Transformation for Women Returnees, powered by Jobs for Her Foundation. About herShakti. So herShakti is an exclusive 3 months program presented in collaboration with Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, KDEM, and esteemed corporate partners. So this is managed completely by Jobs for Her Foundation, and this program is tailored for returnee women and starters, offering a comprehensive learning experience in future technologies and professional skills. The mission of this program is to build awareness amongst women from various roles about tech capabilities and professional skills in future technologies. And this will happen during the 3 month journey that you're there with us. I would now invite Neha Bagaria from Jobs for Her Foundation to share with us why this program has, how this program came into picture and about a few lines about her journey as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Bijal. And a big welcome to all of you. You know, they always say that the first is the most special, and that is what this cohort of women is going to be. You are the very first cohort of the herShakti program that the Jobsa Foundation has put together with some very incredible partners. As most of you know, this is something that we have worked very closely with the government of Karnataka for, which is powered by KDEM, and along with our other corporate partners like Infosys, Broadridge, and UiPath to put together a first of its kind industry government collaboration by which we want to make sure that women like you get upskilled in the latest technologies. Because finally, we all know that the future is in tech, and that future will never be complete if women are not part of it. And if we want to be able to get the most high paying jobs that are out there, we need to put that time, money, and effort in upskilling ourselves in those technologies. And that is why we were very lucky that we managed to get partners like KDEM, like Infosys, like UiPath, like Broadridge to come forward and say that even if the women cannot invest the money, we will invest that training for them and let the women just make sure that they make the most of this opportunity. So, over the course of the next few weeks, you know, with the herShakti program, you will be going through a very rigorous training in a lot of the latest technologies. And during this time, there will be certain times where you will feel like it is very difficult for you to cope, it is difficult for you to manage. We are all here with you to help you in that journey. You know, today you have met Bijal Kothari, you will also meet Neharika, you will also meet many of her team members who will help you during that journey. And please make sure that when you need that help, you reach out to us. Because this team has been running something called the Restarter Academy for many years now. If there's something that we at herky understand deeply, it is how do we get women to restart their careers? And I know a lot of you women who have joined us today are on that journey. But what we do need from you is that time commitment, that dedication, that focus, and that never say die attitude to believe that if you put in that hard work, opportunities will also come by your side. And with that, the Jobsaha Foundation was put in place. The whole idea is how do we use our foundation to really unlock this untapped potential that is lying amongst women like you. If, of course, you have, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just seeing messages saying the voice is not very clear. All right, everybody, if you'll give me a minute, I will get another external mic and repeat some of the stuff I said. Just 1 second.
Hi, everyone. Is this better now? Can you hear me better now? I'll just watch on the chat. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Glad to hear that. And yeah, thank you, everyone. This is the kind of feedback also that we expect from all of you to get. Okay. And that is something, by the way, and that's the responsibility of anybody who's in the first cohort of anything that launches. Okay. Because now all the stuff that we have put together along with our partners, we want you to tell us what is working, what is not. So always keep that feedback coming in so that we can always make this better and better. Yeah, y'all are, by the way, as the first cohort, y'all are going to be future mentors for other cohorts of women attorneys who will go through this program. Thank you, Adelina. So I'm going to repeat some of the stuff I said, and which was that, look, we are very fortunate. By the way, and we also have Mr. Ashok Pamadi with us on this call. He has worked side by side with us for the last 6 months to make this program happen. And it wasn't easy to do that with the kind of partners that you're seeing for this program, right? To make sure that we have the support of the government of Karnataka and KDEM, and then to get corporate partners like Infosys, UiPath, Broadridge, for them to invest their training programs for people who are not in their companies, but who are outside their companies. Yeah. Women who want to get back to work, they are going to be opening up their training programs. They're also going to be getting you to interact with their leaders, their tech leaders, who will be able to teach you, guide you, train you, mentor you. And by the way, always remember, these are important networks that you're building as well. Every mentor you speak to, every trainer you speak to, every person from a company that you speak to, ensure that you are trying to build that relationship to get finally the job that you're looking for. But before the job, the most important thing is skilling. Okay, without putting in the time, effort, dedication, commitment, focus that you need to really upskill yourself, you're not going to be able to get that high-paying job that all of us aspire for you to get. And that is why, please ensure that, no matter what happens in your personal lives, in your family lives, you dedicate those hours that are required for your training. Because to find an opportunity to get training like this, which is then also certified not just by herShakti, but by the government of Karnataka and these corporate partners, will be a great boost to your resume and, of course, to your knowledge and expertise. So over this program, you will have a lot of people from the herShakti team who are there to guide you and help you and answer any questions you have. Do reach out to us for any help you need. We have people like Niharika, who has really worked very hard on the ground to make this happen. She is your go-to person, and her team by the way, her entire team is also women restarters. Okay. Niharika herself is a woman restarter. As you all know, I am also a woman restarter. So we know what it takes. We know that it's really difficult when you're on the other side of the fence. Okay. You feel like you won't be able to cross over that fence. But guess what? All of us in herShakti did. Thousands of women through this journey, we have seen them doing that at herShakti. Now we want to make sure you all do it too. And when you all cross that fence though, we want to make sure that you are crossing not just the fence to get to the other side, but to leap ahead. And that will only come if you invest your time and energy to training yourselves in the most emerging technologies. Of course, you will also find out about a lot of different areas of emerging technologies. And I hear from Niharika, a lot of you opted for AI, okay, as one of the streams. That is great. But keep in mind, there is a lot of other opportunities coming up in places like robotics, cybersecurity, etc. use this program to be able to see if you can build expertise in those also. Okay, because everything at the end of the day, a job is going to be demand and supply. Yeah. And areas and where there is less supply of talent, in fact, those are higher areas of opportunities for women to get into. Yeah. So I'm not going to give away too much else of what you are going to hear about the program. I will now hand it over to the rest of the herky team to take you all through it. But of course, any questions you'll have, keep it coming. And we are very, very excited to be here with you all today. So thank you so much for believing in us, trusting in us, and now being our companions on this journey.
Thank you, Neha. Thank you so much for that wonderful welcome. I'm sure all the participants are already charged up and they're all waiting to just start the program. A few things that I would like to reiterate from what Neha just spoke is, one is build your network, right? Before you get into a job, what is most important is trying to build that network and skilling. She did mention about skilling because you might get a job, but if you are skilled enough, you can still take that leap ahead. So no matter what happens in your personal lives, or no matter what you're going through, or something that might come up, please don't skip in between. Don't leave the program in between. And what I would like to start with is, when a woman is empowered, she becomes an unstoppable force. When she decides to restart her career, she not only reclaims her power, but also reshapes the world around her. So, with this thought, and like to thank Neha once again, I would like to continue with our journey ahead. So we did speak about our partners. So you know who our partners are. It is Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, KDEM, and herky. We also have our other partners, Infosys Springboard, UiPath, and Broadridge. So why do you think we have partners? So you can draw this from what Neha just spoke some time back. For placement, financial support, yes. So technology is something that is booming, and these industry experts are supporting all you women. So you need to remember this, that this program is sponsored by these people, and that's why it is coming to you. This is the team behind herShakti program. Any questions we have so far? Okay, so we have some questions. Hi, ma'am, is there any job opportunity? Is there, how herky helps us in restarting our career? Is there a reference? I can join directly. There is no rename. Okay. Okay, so yes. So some of the questions are around jobs. So the program is here, the kind of program that is there for all of you is where you're going to upskill yourself. You're going to skill yourself in the tech field, and definitely you will land up in a job. So some of the learning objectives of this program, firstly, you will gain mastery in technology. Now, mastery in technology is very important because, like we mentioned some time back as well, technology is booming. And Neha also mentioned about the demand and supply. Like, a lot of you have opted for AI, but there is something else also that you can try your hands on, like robotics, cyber security, because if you are trying to do that everybody is doing, then there is a lot of supply, but the demand might not be that much, right? So this is the program where you can definitely explore other options as well. You are going to be professionally skilled. There is going to be a lot of engagement and networking, and you will also get, see, when you're learning something, I'm sure all of you have gone to school and colleges. So what happens, you're not getting through the grade 1 to grade 2 without an exam, right? Without showcasing your skills. So that is what we are going to give you here as well. So whatever you have learned from the experts or self-study, you are going to showcase your skills in this program. Walking you through the program highlights. The program is a 90-minute live session per expert. So there you're going to meet a lot of experts, and each expert that is going to come on board is going to spend 90 minutes with you. Okay. The tech skills will be taken by the industry SMEs. SMEs is subject matter experts. Professional skills by certified coaches. You will have a platform for self-study. And by the end of this program, which will end in 3 months of time, you will get an industry recognized certificate. Now, this certificate is going to be very helpful for you because the kind of partners that are involved in this program. Okay, so I'm just looking at the questions again.
So, Bijal, we have this Q&A time allocated by the end of these
Okay.
presentations. So, let's take up all the question towards the end.
Okay, sure.
So, me and Ashok would be able to answer all these questions. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So I'll just move ahead with the 4 pillars on which this entire program is built. So we all know that when you're building something, okay, we require some pillars, right? So we have built this entire program on 4 pillars. The first pillar is learning, moving on to networking, engaging, and then showcasing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through each of the pillars and let you know what you can expect under each pillar. The learning journey starts in 2 phases. Phase 1 is foundation to tech, and phase 2 is mastery in tech. Phase 1, the foundation to tech, entails design thinking, agile methodology, basics of AI and ML. Phase 2, which is mastery in tech, AI, ML, big data, cyber security, IPA, cloud computing, and blockchain. So I would like to invite Mr. Ashok Pamadi to introduce himself and take us through the learning journey, which is the phase 2 mastery in tech.
Yeah, thank you, Bijal, and thank you, Neha, if she's still there. It's indeed an honor and pleasure to be amongst all of you. I have been associated with Jobs for Her for the last 6 months in putting up this program. It has been a very exciting journey. And I would like to thank, everybody, including the Karnataka government, KDM, through which we have come out with this program, and our 3 tech partners, Infosys Springboard, Broadreach, as well as UiPath. Now, what is very interesting about it is something which I normally don't talk about, but I am a person who has also taken sabbatical. I was actually working in my previous firm called IBM, whereas the vice president, due to health reason, I had to quit over there due to doctor's recommendation. For 1 year, I was basically taking rest. So in that sense, I'm also a person who actually took a sabbatical for 1 year due to health reasons, though I know many of you women might be taking break due to various other reasons as well. And then I joined back NASSCOM and I rose to become the CEO of NASSCOM. So what is this? A very interesting journey I've had, wherein I was able to pivot my own journey from being in sales, all India sales, and managing South Asia, and then moving over to a different sector altogether, which is the social sector. So that is what is very interesting, which I guess I'm telling the first time, because when Neha mentioned, I thought, hey, even I am a person who has taken actually sabbatical in that sense, though I'm a man in where I see it's programmed only for women. But having said that, before I get into details about this learning journey, I thought I should share with you a very important element, and why is it that we have constructed this program, and what makes it very unique, and what makes it successful. So if you look at the way the whole program has been constructed in such a way that we believe that the learning journey is, of course, a lifelong learning journey, especially in the area of technology and for everybody, of whatever age they are in, okay? But the whole aspect is we believe the 25% of your learning actually comes from as a human being, like all of you have got your basic degrees already, okay? And many of you have got work experiences. So 25% is already done. Now, another 25% has to come through what we call them as gurus. So we have got the subject matter experts coming in from the industry. So who else but best is to get the people who know best about the technology. So we are partnered with Infosys, for example, and they have a platform called Springboard. Now that is a platform which is recognized by AICTE. That's all the engineering colleges, even if they take a course and complete the course, it's recognized by AICTE. So that's what we have done, and their subject matters are considered best. Same with an UI path. In the IPA, we call it as Intelligent Process Automation, earlier called as Robotic Process Automation. They are considered as world leaders. And same with the other company called as Broadridge. They are experts in the area of blockchain. Is my voice clear? Because somebody has mentioned my voice is breaking. Bijal, is my voice quite clear or no?
It is clear, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So what we have done is we have got the best partners coming in. And what is very interesting is, so 25% you're going to learn from the subject matter experts, okay? Now, 25% you've got to learn on your own. And we are going to assist you with this platform called Springboard, as well as when you take IPAs, for some of you who take IPA, there's a platform coming in from UiPath, and there'll be a lot of guided courses by means of which you can complete various modules on robotic process automation, or IPA called as Intelligent Process Automation. So the whole approach is that you are able to get some portion from yourself, some portion from the subject matter experts. Now, that's 75% done. Okay. Still, what about another 25%? Now, another 25%, you can learn from your colleagues who are present here, okay, over 300 women, and you can learn from them as well as mentors. So you are going to listen to various mentors and you can ask questions to them. And every month you're going to have speed mentoring session, by means of which you can ask questions to them and they will be in a position to answer those questions. In case they are not able to answer it then and there, you can be assured of it. Those questions will be answered to you the next day or in that particular week. So these mentors are going to come from various other industry. So you're going to have an industry dialogue with you so that we can answer all your questions what you want. Now, another interesting aspect, what we have observed, when you want to get back to work in terms of reskilling, you also need, you are getting the technologies, the latest technologies, the 6 technologies, that's AI, ML, big data, cybersecurity, IPA, cloud computing, blockchain. But I also want to share with you, and this is very, very interesting for all of you who are joining and want to join back the industry. These technologies are completely currently male dominated. The number of women in this sector are very less. In this pure technologies, hardly 20 to 25% of women. While the number of women in the tech industry is 36%, they are not in the core technologies. They are in the non-core technologies. So here is an opportunity for all you women to reskill yourself in technology and actually pave the way for you to leapfrog in your respective careers in whichever companies you choose to join. So this is a great opportunity for all of you. The number of women in the tech industry in pure technologies are very less. The number of coders, the number of programmers, and all those things are very less. So what we have done is we have put the program in such a way through our partners. There's a pathway created. So what happens is you start off, you don't know about AI. It doesn't matter. We start with the fundamentals, an introduction to all the technologies. You will get an idea about what are all the 6 technologies all about, okay? Or a foundation of technology or an ecosystem of technologies is going to be given to you so that you can get an idea. You can learn, you listen to the subject matter experts. You can also go through the platform and you can get to know what are this introduction to all these technologies you'll get to know. Now, you'll also get to know what are the roadmaps and other things available, okay? So those things are being, basically we'll be able to help you out in that direction. But as you go further, you also want to know whether you have really cleared certain things. So as you go into the intermediate level, Even at 4 hours, 5 hours program, there will be a badge. You can get a badge. You can clear through a certification, and you will know that you have cleared badge up that particular module. And you can take a certification through a proctored program on the platform itself, and it will give you a certificate that you have completed the course or completed module on that particular aspect. Let's say fundamentals of AI, you'll be able to complete it. Okay, maybe 4 5 hours you'll be able to complete. Similarly, you will be able to complete design thinking, okay, agile methodologies. For everything, there is a graded approach, a pathway has been created. So you just have to clearly go through the pathway and clear, 4 hours, 5 hours of course content, which will be both, hybrid learning. That is, you listen to the subject matter experts as well as study at your own pace and time. So we acknowledge that, you may not have all the time which is required. You study at your own time, no problem. You just have to log in. And many of you, I hope, have already logged into the Springboard platform. If not, please get it done today, okay? Because we are going to start the course from day after tomorrow. So what happens is you'll be able to complete that pathway in a very easy manner. And at the end of the program, you will be able to complete a course on AI or big data or blockchain or whatever course you choose from. So after you complete the intermediate, you move on to the advanced level, wherein you will get into understanding some various aspects of real world problems and in terms of problem solving. And finally, you'll get into application. So real life cases and applications on various areas like banking, in healthcare, in manufacturing, how AI is used, for example, or how cloud computing has been deployed, or how cybersecurity, which is very, very important subject. Okay, because another area, cybersecurity is the least number of women who take it. And mind you, cybersecurity is actually done at the back end, but still women don't take it to whatever reasons. Okay. So there's an opportunity, and all companies are looking at women. Can we get the required talent which is required in this space? Answer is no. Nobody is able to get, because women are shying away from taking these technologies which we are now offering to you. So please make good use of it, and you can definitely reskill yourselves and actually make a fantastic career for you in technologies. Can we move to the next slide, ma'am? Okay, it's over to you, Bijal. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thank you, Ashok sir, for for this walking us through the pathways. And
By the way, Infosys has joined us. I can see there. They too have joined over there, Bijal, just for your information. I can
yes,
see Prithvi has joined, and I'm not saying yes, thank you. You would like them to speak for some time?
yes, yes,
Since we
yes,
are on the
definitely.
same subject of technology. Yeah.
Yes. So I would like to welcome Infosys on board on today's welcome session, and over to you. We have participants who already have joined us, and if you can walk us through the reason why Infosys has come on board and what is in it for them. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Ashok sir and Niharika. So I am Sahana. I'm a principal consultant learning, working in the education training and the assessment unit of Infosys. I anchor this Infosys Springboard, a CSR initiative for the southern region of India, wherein I connect with be the government connects or with the educational institutions and the universities here, where we work along to ensure that every learner across India gets access to uh, uh, gets the free access to the quality learning content. Our objective is to ensure that we provide the digital literacy through this Infosys Springboard platform to 10 million learners by the year 2025. We already have on board some 18 million, close to 18 million learners onto our Infosys Springboard, the learning platform, which Ashok sir was also mentioning just now about. So this Infosys Springboard is a learning, platform wherein the students right from any learner right from age group 10 plus, mean to say if any of your children or your studying in class 6 onwards up to a lifelong learner, be it in whichever part of the country they are, as long as they have access to the internet, they have their mobile phones, they should be able to access the content. And all the content spans from life skills, technology, behavioral. So we have various uh, 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 group or domain of courses brought into the platform. We, of course, being an IT organization, majorly. Along with that, we have also have our content providers from whom we have procured the content and are providing it free of cost, be it Coursera, Udemy.
Sahana, you're muted, yeah? Sahana? Sahana,
In the market.
you have to repeat the last minute. You have muted yourself.
Okay. So we have the content from various content providers, because we are a IT organization. We have our expertise in IT, but when it comes to the non-engineering content is where we obviously have to sought help. If it is the school content, be it some science or a maths or a English, grammar and things, whatever a school child would require, or PU student where they need some guidance or a learning platform for their JEE or a NEET kind of exams where they are where they need help. So wherever we possible is wherever any institution or organization says there is some quality content available for a particular vendor, we have tried to procure that and host it on our platform so that it is accessible free of cost for every learner across India. So now coming to why herShakti and what is our commitment over here and how what is in it for you. So here, of course, Infosys Springboard as part of it also, of course, while we categorize them as school learners or be it like higher education, all that, of course, we also have our women returning to work kind of initiatives with the name Pragati and all. Here it is, we had a great opportunity to work along with the Jobs for the Foundation and the KDM. So it is a three parties coming together, the government, private organization and the trust coming together to ensure that we provide a great platform and encourage the women who are passionate about returning back to work and also are ready to scale up. So when it comes to doing so, of course, our platform is there. You have a plethora of courses where you have an access, but definitely you need a little of that guidance. Okay, when compared to other learners, you need a little of that guidance because you would have taken a break and you need that comfort zone to come when you have to get started. So where and how about, because whatever the industry was or the job market was when you have stopped your work or now to where you want to get into. In order to make you comfortable, we have curated some learning pathways at a foundation level to make it more convenient. And from Infosys, of course, there are other providers also who might be providing the content from Infosys. For to begin with is where we have taken up the AI related. Okay, AI and its aspects is what we have picked up, because AI is something, the buzzword of today, where everybody talks about it, where everybody wants to be part of it. Now, how do we want you to go about? So here, the first session that we have organized is a design thinking. Again, that is one word which you hear a lot in the industry, right? Or even in the, so what is it all about? How you can ideate, empathize. So there are several techniques about it, and that is something which will be covered as part of our session. And in fact, the course is also available. Ashok sir is, sorry. I'd also mentioned about what kind of support that their team is also would be extending in terms of how the learners can register onto the platform and thing. So the design thinking is the one course where we wanted you to get started. Okay, so the links and other things anyway, sir as mentioned that the sir has mentioned that the links and others where from where and which course you can get started will be shared over mail to all of you. And all this content is accessible for free of cost. And what kind of content it is that sorry, just I'm not able to share my screen over here due to some technical aspects. Okay, but however, to brief you a little, anyway, we will have a detailed session about all the Springboard platform and others in a day or two. So this platform has video-based content, text-based content, the playgrounds or the practice areas where it supports 60 plus programming languages. Okay, so thereby one is, of course, you can, it is a platform where it can be, it allow you to learn at your own pace. Okay, so it is designed to learn at your own pace. So you can begin with design thinking. We thought it should be an icebreaker session. We have requested one of our very good educator from Infosys to take up that session for you. Followed by it is where we will start the overview and introduction to the AI part of it. Before that, the prerequisite to it is some learning about data science. So, and we would also cover the intro to the RPA, the NLP. So all these are the overview of what are the AI and its related areas are. Okay. So there are 6 topics that are taken up. So those would be covered in the next 3 sessions. Then the 5th session is where we have this agile, because agile is one other word where you been hearing now in the IT organizations, and even, and that is something 70 I mean there are various flavors of agile, and agile is the way of software development practiced across a more than 80% of the organizations today. Most of the projects have moved to the agile way of software development when compared to the traditional waterfall model that did exist some years ago. So that is where if somebody is not introduced to that, we thought they should be at least aware of what are the terms used in agile aware. So I mean agile, so that you don't feel that you are not part of it, or like you're not aware also. You just to make you comfortable, just to make you comfortable that you are aware of what is required for a today's job market. Okay, so the AI and that agile and a little about the design thinking. So we are preparing process oriented, the technical aspect, as well as the professional skills or the soft skills part of it. Okay, so all 3 is what we are packaged together for a phase 1. Now coming to phase 2, based on how you are performing and how you are completing your learning as per so all we would recommend is you would be intimated well in advance about what course and what would be the agenda, which and the link to the course as well. Everything would be provided. If you can go through the course and come to the session, it will give you a lot of confidence rather than going planning to, whether you understand or not. But I would recommend you to at least go through the course once before you attend the session itself, so that you feel that okay, this is something I had read and this is how, and in fact you can ask the questions with our educators when they take up the thing. That will give a lot of confidence to you. So okay, based on how you like complete your learning, and followed by it, we do have video proctored certifications which are free of cost on the platform, which you can take up to attest that you have gone through or learned that content, or you are aware of the skill, is what it says. I mean, we call it certificate of achievement. Okay, so that is what would be the phase 1. Phase 2, again, we have plans like whether we have to go into deep dive into data science or with the AI or the generative AI, to be more precise, based on your learning about, because some of it require the prerequisite of a programming skill like a Python. Okay, some of it requires your mathematical background about, and maybe your interest towards statistics and other kinds. Okay, and if at all both of it is not your cup of tea, then how do we take about the responsive AI or responsible AI or the generative AI kinds, is what we can decide by the midway or so when you are in the phase 1. However, we have all our plans for, to cater to based on how your learning journey goes through. Okay, but yeah, all these related to AI only, but just that where and what direction to take. So we are there to guide you all through these 5 sessions. Should give you a lot of confidence, and by the time you attend 1 or 2, you would get a feel of how you yourself can take it forward in that confidence level. But that comes in only if you have taken up, learned that course and attend the session. Okay, I would recommend at least for the first 2 to 3 sessions, do that. Then you will see what is the difference and what is the kind of confidence that you feel when you attend such session. So with that, wishing you all a happy learning journey. We will do that together. We will learn together. It will definitely be a mutual learning experience when you also start sharing some of your experience of what you would have worked earlier or learned earlier and things. So wishing you all the best, and thank you, Ashok sir and Niharika, for the opportunity. Over to you.
Thank you, Sudha ma'am, for briefing the participants with what lies ahead of them. And this is definitely very insightful now that they have to already, be on the Springboard platform and start exploring themselves before they actually start the program. So thank you so much for this. Um, Moving ahead, we just saw Ashok sir and Sudha ma'am speak about the tech pathway that is lying ahead of you during this program, walking you towards the professional pathway. And what lies in the professional pathway is goal setting and understanding roadblocks. So as much as it is important for all of you to be technically sound and learn these skills, it's also important that you know how to set your goals. And since you all are women returnees, there might be certain roadblocks that you might be facing. So we are going to have a session around setting goals, self-analysis, how to set up a career roadmap for yourself. Effective communication and time management becomes very, very important session. Time management, definitely you are going to be with us for 3 months. So time management is something that you will definitely require. Along with that, how you're going to communicate with people. So a lot of networking happening. If you see, there are there are almost 336 people in this first session. So how you're going to network with these people effectively. Along with that, you're going to meet mentors, you're going to meet subject matter experts. So how do you communicate? Work-life balance is again a lot of challenge, is challenging for a lot of women, because once you start working, you definitely need to know how to manage between work and life. Profile building and interview preparation. So you have your skills through the tech partners. You will be learning a lot of technical skills. But how do you build your profile? How do you create an ATS friendly resume? So that is something that is going to be covered by a coach. We also have the interview preparation that is going to be covered for you. So along with one side, we are going to help you build your tech skills. And when you are ready with your tech skills, we are also going to give you all these soft skills, which are going to take you ahead and towards your job search journey. Networking strategies and showcasing. So like I already mentioned, and we have a lot of importance on networking. When we started this session as well, a lot of you mentioned that you are here because you want to network, right? But what are some of the strategies that you can use? How you can create or craft your own elevator pitch? How you can build networks and how you can have a digital presence so that networking becomes easy for you. All this is covered for you, and this will be done by our coaches. When we talk about the second pillar, which is networking, what are we going to cover in networking? We are going to have offline networking events. So as much as you meet people online and want to network, and you may take their numbers and email IDs and connect with them, there's nothing like an offline networking event, right? We all did experience this during COVID when we are not even able to step out of our house. We all have experienced how we felt, right? So offline networking events will be there. So please make sure that you are attending these offline networking events. You are going to network with industry experts. Speed mentoring is something which Ashok sir had just mentioned some time back. So you are going to have speed mentoring sessions with your mentors where you can ask questions. You want to ask questions. Maybe if they don't have an answer immediately, they will definitely get back to you. So this is your time to, so while you're learning, while you're upskilling yourself, please ask questions. Because if you don't ask questions, and if you think that, okay, maybe people might think, what am I asking? So you are not only answering your own question, but maybe somebody else in your cohort might have the same question, but does not want to ask it. But you are asking, so you're actually also helping others in the cohort. Networking elevator pitch is something that you're going to learn, because say you're meeting 300 people in a room, and if you don't if you spend more than 2 minutes speaking to each one of them, maybe by the end of the session you will not be able to cover all of them. So elevator pitch is just a quick 30-second of speech that you're going to speak about yourself. You're going to rehearse that, and you're going to network with as many people as possible in the cohort and the mentors as well. The next pillar is engagement. So we are going to learn, we are going to network, and then we are going to engage. How we are going to engage ourselves. So we have open discussions and tech expansions, mock pitches, role models, peer networking and self-learning, and we are going to give you access to tools and templates. So by now, I am sure you already know what are some of the tools that you can use for engaging with your cohort, with your mentors, with the SMEs. Please don't get worried, because whatever we are speaking now will be spoken to you separately again. So it is not going to be a speed session that we had just done today. So the respective SMEs are going to speak to you about all this in detail again. So while you are, the last pillar is the showcase pillar. So while you have learned a lot of things, you have networked with people, you have upskilled, and you have practiced, it is time for you to showcase. So you will be given an opportunity to showcase your work, your learnings through promotion of the program and women participants' digital presence, presentation skills, and candidate spotlight. So every candidate will get a spotlight event for themselves where they can showcase what they have learned during this program. The coaches who are going to walk you through the professional pathway are the ones that you see here on the screen, starting with me, Bijal Kothari. So I have been a part of RHA, which is the herShakti program for women returnees. So Restarter Academy has already completed more than 60 cohorts, right, with the same coaches that you see on the screen. So please be rest assured that this program is a very good blend of tech and professional skills for you. Rajat Vashishta is the founder of resume.in, and he's going to help you with your resume sessions. Aarti is going to work with you on your interview skills, and Yamini is going to work with you on your networking skills. I'll be working with you on your goal setting and career roadblock skills, right? So there is a email that is flashing on the screen, swati@jobsforherfoundation.org. So your SPOC for this entire 3 months, the entire program, you have any concerns, your go-to person is Swati. So swati@jobsforherfoundation.org is her email ID. So like Neha already mentioned, we all are here to help you and support you, right? So all you have to do is ask. If you have a concern, please ask. If you have a feedback, please share. Because this is the first cohort, it is a very important cohort for us. Because what you are going to give us in this cohort, what the feedback that you're going to give us in this cohort will help us improve the other cohorts. And if you feel that people have done good work, if you feel that the program is really good, don't forget to recommend it to others, as well as your feedback that, hey, I think this program is really good. I think this mentor is really good. Or I think, this something that I really liked here in this program. Okay, always give us feedback and ask whenever you require anything from our end. I'm opening up this forum now for question and answers. Over to Niharika and Ashok sir.
Thank you, Bijal. So we have Sahana's team also with us. So they would also be, love to answer all the questions. So Sahana and Prithvi, yeah. Yes, so Q&A. So many questions I was coming across that what would be the duration of program and what would be the expectation out of this program. So I guess these common questions has been answered. The duration of this program would be 3 months, and expectation of this program, of course, as a woman, as a technical woman, I'll say that you have to learn well. This is the first expectation we have from all of you. And apart from this, I would like to mention that when you choose your option, you have to choose in a wise way. We have designed this whole program in such a way where we talk about design thinking, we talk about agile methodology, which is very necessary for any kind of technical thought process, right? So I'll start taking questions here from the top. What is the syllabus for cloud computing, and is it based on Azure or AWS or GCP? Ashok sir, over to you.
See, in this case, our entire objective and endeavor is to ensure that we give the basic foundations of cloud computing. The entire aspect is not to say we will stick with Azure or we'll talk about, Google Cloud or anything like that, right? The whole approach is to give you fundamentals on cloud computing in terms of private cloud, in terms of, what is public cloud, and look at the cloud architecture. And that's our endeavor. But having said that, there are courses in Springboard on cloud computing, okay? And that particular one may be on an Azure platform or AWS platform. You'll get to know more about it. But this will give you enough foundation so that you can then go ahead and take those certifications. Most of them are giving free from Azure or from Microsoft, or Microsoft Azure or from AWS as you go forward, or maybe Google Cloud as well. Prithvi, which is the cloud which you are offering in your Springboard? Sorry, Sana?
Sir, AWS, GCP, all these options are
All are
available.
there. Okay, so all are there. The choice is yours. That's why.
Yeah.
So you will not be stuck with one particular technology. That's our endeavor. Okay, are you getting me? So the choice is yours to take what you want to take as you go forward. Yes.
From the foundation, we do have courses available on Infosys Springboard, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get it. Come back again a bit louder.
There are few foundation level courses which they can take up, sir. Based on that, based on how each one is and their features, all that. Later is where that will give a handful of information for them to decide on what they can go with.
I'm speaking there.
Thank you, Sahana and Ashok. So next question would be, are we allowed to take up multiple technologies in this cohort, right? So Ashok sir, would you like to answer this?
Yes, you can. Okay, you can take up to 2 courses and go up to maximum 3 courses if you want to. But I would urge that you don't exceed beyond 2, because it might be very difficult for you to complete in the 3 months tenure. So my submission is, as Sahana mentioned, the first one will take about 4 weeks for you to complete, where everybody, irrespective of what technology you take, to complete the design thinking and agile methodologies and foundations of AI. And then later on, you can choose maximum of 2 courses. You can go up to 3 if you want to, but I would suggest only go for 2. Maximum 2.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Will there be any internship opportunities after the course?
It's a good question, because one of the things is some companies may offer internship, some companies may offer full-fledged jobs itself. Okay, so it depends on from where we are looking at it. But from the Job for Her Foundation, our endeavor is to, we work with KDM, right? And KDM has a portal for all the people who are looking at jobs, right? So in that particular portal, some of them may offer you as internship, some of you may offer permanent job. So depending on the company to company's policies, you might get an internship job or a full-fledged job in case you are eligible for the same. And also one more aspect which I thought I should share is some of the jobs could be remote, some of them could be on premises. So it depends again from company to company and where you are likely to get offered. So I saw somebody asking, I want to work only remotely. Well, answer is yes, in case you are able to get a job which only offers you remote work.
Yeah. Okay. So there's one more question. Like, do you provide recorded session for all these technology courses? So, Sahana, I think you would be the right person to answer this.
Okay, so the technology related sessions, whatever we offer, we are not recording them. Okay, but it's not required because all these, whatever we are like conducting, more than a session, we would say it is a doubt clearing session. Because whatever that explanation required by the same set of educators, the bite-sized videos are being recorded for each concept and are uploaded, and that is the same link that we are sharing. Okay, so rather than going with a long stretched video, we have customized it with embedding also with all the required animations for a better understanding and things, and stats and statistics also being included. So we have added it there in the course, so it is a video based content which is already given to you. Upon that, I don't think there's a need for session to be recorded, and that's where I was suggesting the participants that to go through the course, whether they learn it or not is secondary. Okay, first, once you go through from the first to the end, go through it before you attend the session. So, I mean, that would give you a lot of confidence is one, and also utilize the time to ask a lot of questions with the educator. Okay, so the video based content is provided to you. So we are not recording our technical sessions.
So thank you, Sahana, for clarifying this. So I would reiterate here: do not miss your live sessions whenever any SME is coming to talk to you regarding all these technologies and they want to interact with you. So make sure you spare some time and you're attending this session, because these sessions will happen once in a week, and it's very much required for you to be very attentive, right? Recorded session doesn't help you that much the way you are attending the live sessions, right? Okay, and is there next question is there any eligibility criteria to choose these tracks, Ashok sir?
Yes, there are, because especially when you want to take into the deep tech aspects of AI, then a little bit of programming language will be required. Python and others you will be required. But for many other courses, it's not required. For example, you might do a course on generative AI without even having a tech background, you will be able to complete it. Similarly, with RPA, robotic process automation, if you have a domain knowledge of, let's say, banking, ideally suited for you, you can easily do that particular course. Okay. So as far as possible, we are trying to ensure that we are trying to make it as inclusive as possible. But then the fact remains that certain courses do require a little bit of tech background and mathematics background for you to understand and appreciate the technology in totality. So for that, you will have to do it. But plus, having said that, just because you're not an engineer, please bear in mind you can't do programming. Answer is no. You can do programming. It's no rocket science. Anybody can learn anything. So keep that in mind in case you have that willpower and you have decided to do it, you can do it. Maybe it will take a longer period, but yes, answer is yes, you can do it also. That's what I want to convey to all of you.
Sure. Thank you, sir. So there's next question. I guess, Sahana, you would be able to answer this. Will there be any certification provided at the end of the program?
Yeah, very, very good question, I would say. So I should have actually taken it up as part of my this one, but I missed it. Okay, so on the Infosys Springboard platform, for every course that you complete, of course, the content is divided into modules, all that, resources and all, but a course, whatever we call it as a course there, the content type is course. If you complete a course, you will be eligible to get a course completion certificate. Now, when and how? Okay, so as soon as you complete a course, within the next 24 hours, you will be able to develop for 24 to 48 hours at times, you will be able to download your course completion certificate. Tomorrow, Prithvi from my team, she will be conducting this briefing session to all of you about what is Springboard platform all about, and where, I mean, in case if you have registered, she will talk about how this profiles updation and other things, all that. So there she will also show you how how the course completion would look like and where you can download and things. And that's where we are asking you to take advantage of the access to the platform. It's not only the courses that we recommend as part of AI, you have an option to explore whatever the area of your interest, some more courses, and also take up the get those certificates for course completion. Okay, that is called course completion certificate. Now coming to the video proctored certification, and all these codes, all these certificates have their QR code. Okay, so wherever you produce them, whoever is the person can verify that by the QR code whether it was actually you have completed your learning onto the Infosys Springboard platform. Okay, and the certification of achievement is given for video proctored certification. That certificate at your own convenience is where you can sit at the comfort of your home and take up the certification. Okay, and let's say when you take up the certification, let's say you fail, what next? Of course, it is free of cost. When you fail, you have an option to still come back once again after 15 days and take up the certification. Okay, if you want to, but what is the, you should have completed the prerequisites, only then take certification button gets enabled. Okay, without completing those courses, you will not be enabled. Okay, so once it is you have completed the prerequisite, each and every course will end with the assessment, and that assessment you should have scored 60 and above to get your course completion. Similarly, certification of achievement, that is video proctored certification, you should have completed prerequisites, only then take certification button gets enabled, and upon scoring 70 and above is where you will be getting your certification of achievement. In case you fail, you can come back after 15 days and take it once again. And there is no limit on the number of attempts in either of the cases. Okay, and also, and this platform, as long as it exists, it will be free of cost. Whatever the initiative through the Infosys Springboard platform would be free of cost for any learner across India, and that's where you can spread the word among your own family or the relatives and friends. And because whenever we do conduct masterclass sessions almost on a daily basis. So when you register to the platform, you will start receiving email IDs from our end, from our support team, about the sessions that we conduct on a daily basis. From 4 to 5 p.m., we have one or the other session being conducted. Technical, behavioral, hobby sort of. So there are a lot of such sessions conducted. Whichever is your interest, you just have to get into the platform, attend it. That's it. Okay. That is as simple as that when it comes to your learning. And hope your question about certification is sorted out, and that should give you comfort and a motivational factor that let me complete one course per day, or at least one course in 2 days or so to get your certificates in, and add as many as you want to your profiles to strengthen your profile now. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Sahana, for this extended clarification on this certification. Now, the next
Niharika,
question is
one more certificate will be there, that once they complete the course,
whole program. Yes.
Yeah, whole program. There'll also be a completion certificate issued by the government of Karnataka through KEDEM and the supporting organization or the technology, whatever you have taken, and Jobs for Her Foundation also. You will get one more certificate where the government also is
herShakti program certification also they would be getting along with the KDM logo and Infosys Springboard and other partners, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So let's move on to the next question. Very interesting question, which I'm, coming across after every 2-3 question is, can we change our choice during this program?
Answer is yes, but what has passed is past, right? That's the only challenge you have. So you got to catch up soon. You can change. You can, because everything is free, right? So you can change, but you got to be very careful that you have already missed out. After 1 month you decide, then 1 month of subject matter experts training and other things is all lost. So if you are able to do it, yes, you can. There's nobody's going to stop you from that.
Okay. So there's one very interesting question which says that is Springboard content accessible from outside country, as I would be traveling with my spouse for 8 to 10 months. So
Okay.
Sahana, I guess you need to answer this.
Okay, so that's where I was almost repeating every of my question, that it is accessible free of cost only in India. Okay, and of course there are other versions or other instances of Infosys Springboard that are accessible in other countries, be it Australia, Switzerland, all these. But the instance is a subset of the courses that are offered in India compared to India has a huge close to 20,000 plus courses which are available. Whereas for the others, it may be only some 25% of them or so, or it could be based on certain country licenses that we would have procured from our content providers, all that. Considering all those, the numbers will not be as we have it in India. That's it. And the accessibility, not this link, it could be the other link for the based on the region.
Thank you. So I guess Prithvi, next question you should be answering, which is, do we have a session tomorrow?
Yes, we do have a
Yes.
tomorrow. It's at the same time, 11 o'clock. You can join in. It will be for a 90-minute sessions. I'll give you the entire details of Infosys Springboard, how you can scale up and be ready for the next challenge.
Yeah. Because there are many questions, many learners wants to know that Springboard platform is too vast and something confusing. So if we can get a list of start with and explore on our own later.
Okay, great. This is something that we thought through, and especially Meenakshi, who is our Springboard mentor, she also recommended. In fact, Ashok sir nor Niharika had requested anything about this, but still, we discussed internally. We also felt the first timers, when they come in, they see it as they might get overwhelmed with what the Springboard platform can offer and things. That's where we thought we will create an exclusive microsite. What is a microsite? There we curate the courses that are relevant only to this initiative, so that would be the starting point for the people to take up, and they would know, okay, this is where weekly basis these kind of courses and things, that information is available onto the platform for them. So that's something which we have in plan. So, probably the time should permit for Prithvi and my other team members to quickly work towards it. Tomorrow, I do have some event, so I would be traveling, on travel, about to take my flight in next 2 hours. Okay, so Prithvi will be there as part of tomorrow's session. So if there are any questions that she is not able to answer, or something which she might have need to get my clarity also, we would all anyway be, one is that can be sent through our to the herShakti team, coordination team, and they would send it back to us, and we can get answer it immediately, or we can definitely take it up in the next upcoming session, that is in the design thinking also kind of sessions also. We would be there as part of the 5 sessions which is planned as part of phase 1. So we will be there to answer your queries.
Yeah, thank you, Sahana, for answering in detail. The other question, what I'm coming across is like, if we get any life projects while learning technology, because companies looks for experienced candidates who have hands-on.
Okay, great. Okay, so this is where we do have we call them as playgrounds, like how children go out and play where they fall, dirty their hands, do. Yes, we as adults also need some playgrounds, the technology playgrounds, the soft skill playgrounds is what we call it. So technology playgrounds is where are the areas where technically, be it somebody into the testing, somebody into big data, someone into DevOps or AI related, there are a lot of these playgrounds through which you all can try it. Of course, programming though, I have already mentioned. So as in when we explore each of these courses, our team, especially phase 1, we have not planned any of the hands-on sessions, but definitely in phase 2, we would see through what are the kind of, based on your, again, performance and your interest and how your learning journey is taken ahead in phase 1. Based on that, we would also plan out here and there some of these hands-on. Of course, the time duration what we have planned in that, whatever that can be offered. Okay, may not be too much in detail. Definitely there is a lot of self-learning thing that would also be required. But yeah, we would give that provision, and platform already has whatever the practical examples, industry scenarios, statistics, case studies, playgrounds, whatever is required for you to give that practical exposure are available. Just that where and how to start and how to go about is where we would be guiding.
Right. And how long this platform would be available post cohort completion?
Platform is available for the as long as the lifetime of the platform is for the lifetime of the learner as well as the platform. I would say as long as there are learners, the platform will exist, and we continue to replenish the courses I mean, on a quarterly basis, adding them, removing if something is not like so as I mean, every quarterly we try to add the newer courses or upgrade the ones which already exist based on how the technology face changes and things. So all this we continue to do it. But for sure, for next 5 years, so it is available in the same set. I mean, same whatever we have a plan in place. But after that, what and things we are into greater clarity. But at least for next 5 years, we have a plan in place. What it can offer and things. Yeah.
So next question is, thank you, Sahana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question is for Ashok sir. Many wants to know what is IPA?
IPA is called Intelligent Process Automation. Earlier, it was called RPA, Robotic Process Automation, which is wherein these certain jobs like, when you do some activity which requires a lot of manual interventions where people only doing some work, okay, those are actually being automated through what we call it as bots. And this is the robotic process automation, where it's being used in banking sector, healthcare sector, manufacturing sector, where there's a lot of data entry type of jobs, straight through entry, those are being replaced by bots. And this is what we are going to teach you on IPA. That is the Intelligent Process Automation.
Thank you very much, Ashok sir. So the next is, what is the tech background required for learning cybersecurity? So I can see cybersecurity, many curious participants have joined us and they want to know what are the prerequisites to join this track.
I think in cybersecurity fundamentals, you will get to know, but when you want to go deep into being, let's say, a network penetrator or a forensic, expert and so on, right? Cybersecurity experts and so on. Various types of jobs are there, more than a dozen. That requires a little bit of coding knowledge. Definitely, you will require coding knowledge. Prior coding knowledge will be required.
Okay. So next very interesting question is, can you help us on choosing what course we should be opting based on what background we have? Ashok sir.
Yeah, very good question. Actually, past has no bearing on the future. First thing which I want to make it very clear. Because what you study, even in engineering, you would have studied C++, right? Majority of you, right? And we are now talking about Python and R, for example. But your foundations is going to help you. That's it. Okay. So based on your background, I'll not be in a position to say, take this course or that course. It also depends on two aspects. One is the technical aspects, other one is the domain. Okay. And we are not really teaching too much of domain. Domain is, let's say, banking or healthcare or manufacturing. Those are the domain knowledge, right? And so this makes a person, holistic. So my submission is, look at that particular thing, what your domain is or where you are most excited about. And based on that, you can go ahead and try to take the course which is most suitable for you. Please don't get into telling that, this is only tech course. This is only meant for technology and so on and so forth. Don't do that. Don't make that mistake. So that is what I would like all of you to look at it, because it depends on you, because there is courses, there's content available. Okay. And content is available on Springboard platform as well as in the platform provided by UiPath. So it's up to you to take that particular thing and learn for it. Sometimes there will be a what you can call it, criteria that you should have programming language, but doesn't mean to say that you cannot do it. You can always sit down and understand it. Maybe in 6 weeks time, you can learn programming too. And based on that, you can take it forward in your respective thing. But then it requires a certain attitude, certain, dedication from your friend to ensure that you are able to spend slightly more time than others. So you may have to spend, maybe if others are spending 2 hours, you may have required to spend 4 hours or 6 hours to come to that foundation and then take it forward in your respective journeys.
Yeah. So in addition to that, I would like to, add one more point here. When it comes to the selection of the track in phase 2, so before you, get up for phase 2, we have planned one session for all of you to understand nitty-gritties of all the tracks, where mentors and experts from industry will come in and talk about all the tracks which help you to make an informed decision. Okay, so if you are confused, should I be taking the track 1 or track 2 or track 5? Wait for that session to happen, then decide and re-opt. Because during this first phase, you are open to re-choose your tracks. So don't worry that you have already opted for track A or track B and now you want to change. You have time. In case you feel like you should be going for track C, you are welcome to change your track. But we all just want, based on your interest, based on your capabilities, and based on the eligibility criteria for each track, you should be making a right decision for yourself.
Right.
Right? Okay. So there are so many questions which I can, more than 180 questions we have here. So there are many participants who want to know that earlier I was working for a certain profile with the certain technology. And now I want to switch to this new technology out of these 6 tracks. Would I be considered as a fresher or my previous experience would be counted?
So yeah, Niharika,
yes.
this is a very tricky question because it depends on what, the background they had in the last 6, 8 years, because I use the word domain. Domain too plays a big role. So in case, they have the required domain in that particular one, then they change the track into, let's say they were a quality control person and then they want to get into delivery in AI or any other thing, using AI, for example. The chances are there that they will get it because they would have understood the domain in, let's say, healthcare or a banking. The domain of that is very important. So based on that, they can definitely make a change. So please bear in mind, the program, what we are doing, is giving you the 21st century little bit of soft skills, which is very much required, and the technical skills, which is the future technologies, right? But what is also equally important is the domain, because many times domain too plays a big role. And in case you have already domain expertise, and you like the domain, continue to be in the domain because the domain knowledge will help you. And all these technologies will help you to be relevant in the current context, and you can make leapfrog your career in that particular domain.
Yeah. So that is, very much we need to think on a deeper level where if we are switching, what are the precautions and what would be the,
Yeah, but
affirmations we have to
see, there are a
include
number
in
of
it.
people are less. You should understand the number of people in the technology areas are less, be it men or women for that matter, right? Who really understand too much of technologies. So if you
Yes.
want to make that leap, please go ahead and take that particular step. But please understand nothing like hands-on experience. So if you are able to get a hands-on experience, even if it's going down in your career, it doesn't matter. Because in Hindi, they say, kuch paane ke liye kuch khona padta hai. Sometimes you have to go down in a career to go up again. So there's nothing wrong with it. You might go down and again you go up. So you don't have to worry. Okay,
Sure.
and I don't mind sharing, Bijal, with your permission. I went down in my career. As a vice president, I was in IBM. Then I became a regional head of joining NASCOM. But in 2 years' time, they made me, all India, and then they made me CEO. So I lost a little bit and again I made it up. So it's okay. There's nothing wrong. And that's what I would urge all of you. Sometimes we want to change track. Don't expect that straight away they'll give you a promotion. You might lose a little bit, but again, you can come back.
That's a
Right.
very,
Because these
good
dips in our
insight.
career help us to learn more, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So there are a few more questions related to the networking session. So there are many participants asking, what if we miss offline networking sessions?
Well, if you miss out actually a fantastic opportunity, because this is where you are able to meet. Sometimes, we are trying to get in future prospective employees also. And this is where the government of Karnataka is going to help us in organizing these offline meetings in Bangalore and in other locations like Mangalore, Hubli, in case we have enough number of people in those locations. Please understand, this is, while it is being supported by Karnataka government, I do see many of you from outside the state itself. Okay. So those people, you may not be able to attend, but you can also attend. There's nobody's going to stop you from coming. You are most welcome to join. And for all you may know, as long as you are a part of this herShakti program, then you are welcome to join any of the what you can call it, the asynchronous programs or offline programs which we are having. We are going to do that. I don't think we'll be having any online programs because the cohort size is big, right? And we may not be in a position to do it, and you will not be in a position to interact anyway. So that is what I want to convey to you. Please make it a point when we have these networking sessions. Please do make it a point to participate in the same.
Thank you, sir. So we are almost towards the end of this session, so I'll take one or two more questions. Bijal, I guess it's allowed.
Yes, you can take 2 questions.
Okay, fine. So there are a few more questions where someone is asking, Sahana, you're there? It's related to Springboard. They're asking, what if we fail any certification? So how many times we can repeat? You
There is
mentioned
no-
once after 15 days.
There is no limitation. For course completion, they can attempt it even in the very next hour, they can attempt it and any number of times. There is no limitation. When it comes to video proctor certification, that is where they will, that cool off period of 15 days is there, where it is a time for preparation to come back once again.
Okay. Fine. There's one more question related to the platform is where I can find the brief description of courses which you have mentioned and what tool or language knowledge that are particular to any course is required. So do we have any kind of prerequisite section on this platform where they can understand that this is relatable and I can go ahead with this kind of program, Sahana?
Okay, we would, I would request Prithvi, she will share the link. I mean, I think she would have shared the details with Niharika about our
Yeah.
plan for session and what are the prerequisites for each of those sessions and things. So that if we, I mean, we should be able to share it with the participants. That's where, as I told, we want to get into that microsite, have it placed in the microsite so that it is easily curated in one place for you. But otherwise, all you can search for is Agile Primer certification. Okay, so under primer, whatever the prerequisite courses that are the ones which we would be taking up as part of this phase 1 of AI.
I think to answer this question, I request all the participants to please do attend tomorrow's walkthrough session to get a better clarity on what are the pre-contents and how you can start your learning process.
Yeah, Prithvi would share the sequence of the courses as well, so that you can have them tagged as favorites so that they appear to you as soon as you log into the platform. Like
and
how you,
coordination team would also be sending you the links of those programs, and you make sure that you're completing those courses within the stipulated time, so it's easier for you to relate whatever the live sessions are ongoing, and you can ask your doubts these SMEs. I hope we are clear about this.
Yeah. And Niharika, I've seen many questions which are very pertinent only to them, right? And you have not taken those questions. But I would urge,
Yes.
you to please collate these questions because they require to get an answer, and we will
Yes.
definitely answer. For example, I was fascinated by somebody saying that I am a BTech in biotechnology. What chances are
Yeah.
there for me to get a job? Now, please understand, it's all up to you. You shouldn't be asking that question, what chances? Your chances are 100%. Actually, okay, that's one thing. The second thing is that please understand you're a BTech, okay? Biotech or mechanical or civil or anything, it doesn't matter. Okay, you don't have to be necessarily be computer science per se. And we are only looking at tech side of it, right? But today, if you look at it, tech is all pervasive. So since your background is biotech and you already worked in biotech, chance of you after doing a particular course on AI and all, you might get a job in Biocon, for example, or Ready Labs or Baxter or any of these biotechnology companies as well. So I'm just giving you, these are some of the things, okay? But please do ask these questions. There's nothing wrong. And we may not be able to answer so many questions. I see, I don't think we have answered all the questions because they're very specific to them individually. Very difficult to answer all these questions immediately in that 15 minutes of question answers we have asked.
So now we are running out of time.
Yeah.
So I would like to give this session back to Bijal.
Okay.
So
Firstly,
Bijal, over to you.
yeah. Firstly, I would like to thank all the participants for putting up those brilliant questions out there. And as we are pressed for time, we will definitely get back to your individual questions. The team will work on these questions and get back to you on this. So I also would like to thank Infosys for coming in and patiently answering all the questions that the participants had. And for the participants, please know that this is just the welcome session, and you don't have to get fearful about what is going to be ahead, whether your questions are going to be answered, or whether you should take this or not. So tomorrow, again, you're going to have a very well organized session where the Infosys team is going to take you through the entire process. Okay. So please don't worry about that. Your questions will be answered. As well as I would like to thank Neha for taking out time and welcoming the participants and giving her insights and kind of pushing the people to take up the program and also continue finishing it. Thank you, Ashok sir, for answering all the questions that the participants had. Thank you, Niharika, for bringing up the questions and for your insights as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bijal, for always being a big supporter and believer of herShakti and our women attorneys, being such a force behind women attorneys. Thanks, everyone, for the wholehearted participation. It's amazing to see the kind of questions that came in, because that shows that you are ready to get rolling. And of course, thank you to the whole team that is powering this. Thanks, everyone, and good luck for the next 3 months. Please make the most of it.
Thank you.
Thank you
everyone.
for giving all these opportunities to these wonderful women, and we would love to have such kind of programs more in coming future. And for all of you to make a note that tomorrow again we have a walkthrough at 11 a.m. So I request all of you to join on time, like what you have shown today. It was tremendous of response from your end, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Over to you, Bijal.
Yeah, so please join back tomorrow again at the same time and with more passion and more power. I would also want to tell all of you that the journey is for 3 months, right? So have the same vigor that you have today till the last day, and you will definitely not only upskill yourself, you will also land up into a job and also be able to take leaps. Okay. Thank you so much, herShakti, for giving me this opportunity. Jobs for Her Foundation. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I look forward to meeting all of you in my session. And I would like to leave all of you with just one thought. Whatever it is, just ask. If you need support, ask. If you have a doubt, ask. Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, everyone. We'll meet all of you tomorrow. Till then,